Hey everyone, this is Tom with Fresh Vintage Garage. Today we're checking out the Kingbolen Ediag Elite. Big shout out to Kingbolen for sending this over and sponsoring the video. We're going to do about a 10-second unboxing because you can see there's really nothing to it. We're going to pull it out. It comes in an awesome little case, and then there's paperwork that I make the joke no one ever reads, but make sure you actually read this because you need to properly get it up running 100% using that actual paperwork. Here's the actual unit itself. Comes in a really cool little case, and I could see this being great for anyone. Put it in your pocket, mobile mechanic, just to save the wear and tear on the actual Ediag itself. Here is the Ediag Elite, and taking a look at this, you know, it is an OBD2 dongle, so make sure you read that paperwork because you will have to actually use an app on your phone, Android or iOS. It supports both. But this has a whole host of features. FCA auto-auth, can support bidirectional control, 15 maintenance reset functions, and the stuff you're going to be really interested in is free lifetime software updates on this guy. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in, get the software downloaded, get everything hooked up on my phone, and then we're going to screen record off my phone and show you what kind of capabilities this has. We want to get into the software and the computers on our 2020 Outback we're sitting in and see if we can make the window go up and down. Maybe we'll turn the horn on with the bidirectional control, see what kind of actual diagnostic capabilities this has. So let's jump into that right now. So you can see this is the app I downloaded specifically in this case from the Google Play Store, but you can get this from Android or iOS app stores. And in that, I'm just going to screen record. So we're going to throw that up on the screen now so you can see it. But taking a look inside here, you get a whole host of different things. Let's go to the All Systems Diagnostic. And while that's loading, okay, so this says VIN decoding. We click next, VIN, more VIN. So let's do a VIN scan. This will auto VIN. Hey, there we go. So there is our VIN. And we have a Subaru Outback Onyx Edition 2020. I will say the software is taking a minute to do this part. I'm guessing it's still trying to download new updates or something, but there we go. So we're going to choose area select, and we're going to do North America. You can see on the screen here, there's Japan, Europe, and stuff. So we're going to choose North America. It's very much a global tool, but it's also very much, you know, geared for the U.S. market and has all the U.S. OEMs in it. So there's our VIN, your make and model. I'm going to choose Outback. Now, I'm not going to click Health Report because what that's going to do is it'll give you a top to bottom breakdown of the actual, touch every single computer in the car and just show you everything that's potentially wrong with the car, like a clean bill of health, or like, hey, you have these 3 things that you can actually hand to a customer, thinking more of a shop, like a commercial customer or something. This system selection is going to do a similar thing. You can see it's actually scanning through, and let me go back to the top. We're at 45, 48. And it's scanning through. It's effectively doing almost the same thing. It's just not going to give you a full health report, so to speak, that you could give to the customer. But we'll just let this finish running. It's at 71% now. It shouldn't take too much longer. And there we go. So you can see what is equipped. And I'm just going to go down to the very bottom. Okay, so what this did is it actually just removed everything that was not equipped. So everything you see here is equipped, and I'd say being an Onyx Edition, this has a little bit more features than, say, a base model. But let's jump into the engine, because that's where most everyone goes. We want to actually look at the OBD2 code reading and see what kind of diagnostics we can get into on the car. Let's read fault codes now, just for 100% clarity. Yeah, I didn't think the check engine light was on in this thing, but it says no diagnostic code, so the check engine light is not on. Let's find some actual data streams here. And I want to say select all. I guess we'll see what happens here. Okay, so we're going to fire up the car, and we're going to actually show you the live data coming off the engine here. Put my foot on the brake. There we go. And forgive the noise, you should be able to hear us. So here's all the live data that we have coming out of the actual engine. You can see it's still processing, pulling more data out. And it is, you know, live, so it is having to process that one by one. You can see it keeps reprocessing, but there's quite a bit of data in here. And I'm just going to get back up to the top here. I want to show you what I want to show you is the actual, you can combine some of these. Let's just do this. I'm just going to choose a few random things. Oh, there we go. And let's hit OK. And here's our data graphing. This is what I was trying to get to. I'm going to just touch the gas a little bit and you watch some stuff change here. There you go. So really neat to see, especially if you're chasing that you know, oddball electrical thing. Maybe you have a sensor starting to go wonky or whatever, but it's not doing it 100% of the time. You can watch it here to see if you can pinpoint exactly what's going on. And let's jump into the actuation test here. There we go. Boom, works right away. So fuel pump relay, solenoid valve, a whole bunch of stuff in here. Actually, the radiator fan. Let's see if we can turn the radiator fan on. Make sure the car's in park, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do without monitoring data. And let's do start. It's funny, we've done this a few times in different videos, and this thing has the quietest radiator fan I've ever heard in my life. But I can barely like hear it. So there we go. So we'll hit back. Let's see what else is in here. So we have idle speed control, injection, stop modes. So you can see everything that's in here. We're not going to try to action any of these, but let's go see if we can find either the horn or the actual power window. So I'm going to keep clicking back. Let's do system selection, body control. And let's do an actuation test. Now we'll do the horn just for a second. Go. So hands are here. There we go. And let's take a look. Let's find, I thought that the actual actuation of the power window would be in here. Power window driver, there we go. So you can actually see, let's take a look at this list. You can see how much stuff is actually in here. You can get into all of this stuff on this year, make, and model Subaru. So we're going to go to power window. Actually, power window driver. There we go. I almost touched a passenger one. And let's do an actuation test. And power window. There we go. Without monitoring data. I choose without monitoring data because with monitoring data gives you a ton of data that you'd have to really be trying to do some kind of hyper-technical analysis. If I can show you what it looks like. Let me actually show you what it looks like. So power window with monitoring data. This will take a minute too because it's pulling a lot of data. It gives you all of these options. So if you're really getting into some kind of electrical issue with the car, it lets you touch all of this stuff in the car. So we're just trying to get the window to go up and down. So let's do without monitoring data. Whoops, it's already down. There we go. So we're going to go up. So here's the hands. And we'll stop it. And we'll go back down. So really cool to see the bidirectional control, knowing this thing has FCA auto auth, knowing it has the actual, let me make sure you hit stop, because that window technically is still going down right now. You don't want it to burn the motor out, but knowing this thing has FCA auto auth, knowing it has bidirectional control and CAN support, all from a very compact little unit. It's very, very powerful. So a lot of this stuff is similar, and I'll just go back to this main screen. The system scan, like I said earlier, is similar to the health report, and the system selection is a broken down version of the actual system scan. So you can see everything that's in here. So we're back at the main screen here. Make sure you stick around because we want to show you the maintenance functions, the OBD2 functions, and there's a bunch of other stuff down here we also want to get into. Looking at the maintenance functions, we have 15 of them in the Ediag Elite, and you can see everything on the screen here. EGR adaptation, battery matching. Believe it or not, if you're a DIYer and you just randomly found this video, this stuff is more and more every single day, stuff that a shop needs to do on any given car. They could have to do a throttle relearn. We actually get that question quite a bit in our comments about throttle relearn. So it's interesting to see, and it's amazing to see that Kingbolen is putting this much tech into a very, very affordable price point scan tool. OBD2 functions is just like it sounds. It's kind of the express checkout to go directly to reading codes. It takes you past all the diagnostic stuff and it gets you right into the code reading. So we'll just let this load up here. So we're going to dive into the OBD2 functions. Click here, and you see it's connecting with the Ediag Elite. And it should go through a bunch of different protocols. These are worldwide protocols. Ours should be at the bottom, but we'll let it run through this. All right, so you can see it actually did the CAN bus protocol. So let's click that one. And there's our actual VIN. And so we're back to the same thing. Pretty much the same stuff that you saw in the actual diagnostics portion. A little bit more stuff as far as read live data, read a freeze frame. You can actually freeze frame in here. And then I believe there is some, emissions readiness. So I went right past it there. So if you are in a state that definitely looks at emissions readiness, this is a really, really nice feature to have. Going back into the vehicle coverage inquiry here, you can actually do an auto search if you wanted to type the VIN in, or that model selection like we just showed you. Reports, if you are actually keeping this and doing like a mobile mechanic, or you're a shop owner, maybe you're a DIYer and you just want to keep a running log of the scans and the actual repairs you've done on your vehicle, this is a great way to go. So you can see where it says online. I'm guessing this actually uploaded to a Kingbolen cloud. Local, it doesn't say anything on the app per se, so I'm guessing these are all going up to the cloud, but definitely double check that in the actual manual if you're interested in hearing more about that. History, just like it sounds, we scanned the Subaru here, and I'm guessing it's going back into, it's going to try connecting back to the car. Yep, so we're back to system selection or health report. So let's take a look and see what else is in here. There's a shopping cart. Now, we came in here and we actually searched for Subaru, and this is where the software updates come into play. So we just searched for Subaru, we clicked on Subaru, and it let us download it. And according to Kingbolen, there's free lifetime software updates on these. So really nice value, especially at this price point. So. And you can see all the different, I won't scroll through here forever, but you see all the different vehicles. And just for all the folks in the US, I'm just going to type in Chevrolet. Whoops, if I can type, there we go. So there's GM. Obviously Ford's going to be in here. Ford, Euro Ford, and then I'll just type in Dodge. Maybe I should type in Stellantis, I don't know, but you see Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep. But so wide support in here for various different things, and you can see this is a different place to get into your maintenance software as well. And it also breaks it out into different vehicles here, different continents and parts of the world. So the final section here, there's nothing really to see. It's just actual firmware and settings and stuff. I have that covering up our email address, but you can get into your reports if you're in here. You can see the reports we saw already, and orders if you were actually going to order actual software, additional software, and then other random settings. Hey everyone, wanted to mention our website scantooldepot.com. Whether you need a scan tool, TPMS equipment, ADAS equipment, battery chargers and testers, smoke machines, and a whole bunch more, definitely check out scantooldepot.com. So wrapping up the video here, the Ediag Elite, really bang up, awesome job by Kingbolen here. I'm going to set my phone down. That app, like I said, is on Android or iOS. Talking specifically, this is getting to be a very crowded market. And what I mean is there's a whole host of Bluetooth sub, say $100, just to throw a number out, price point dongle scan tools that do require an app. But the market is getting very good, and that's only bringing more and more value to you as the customer. So big win here in our book, big check mark. I would say a big thumbs up on this guy. If you're interested in seeing some other variations of this, definitely check out the Ediag and the Ediag Plus videos we have. We'll leave the links for those videos in the description of the one you're watching now. Also, if you've never heard of the company Top Don, they make a Top Don Top Scan Lite and Pro, and they also make a Top Don CarPal. Very, very similar to function with this thing. And with that, we'll leave the links to all those videos we've made on those in the description of the video you're watching now. One other thing we wanted to shout out is, this is obviously you have a phone and you have an actual device. If you want to take it one step up and have your own standalone plug-in wired scan tool, definitely check out various ones like the Top Don Ediag 500. They also have the 600, and also Kingbolen makes the S500, S600, S800 series. We have videos on all of those, and we'll leave those videos along with links to buy if you're interested in buying any of these in the description of the video you're watching now. And we'll actually throw one of them up here. We'll put the Top Don Top Scan Pro up here, and you'll also see that link in the description of the video you're watching. All that to say, really, really solid buy here. I would have no problem recommending this thing. But leave us a comment. Do you own one? Have you thought about buying one? If you don't have this one, which one did you end up buying? We'd love to hear from you. Please like and subscribe. And if you like shop equipment, if you like scan tools, if you like keeping your cars certified fresh and on the road, Fresh Vintage Garage, your channel, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.